Hello, my friends. I have a couple quick tips to share with you today, and I thought that I would use our new Island to Visit stamp set, okay? Here we go. There's a cute palm tree in this stamp set, and I'll show it to you. It has the brown trunk, well, I would make it brown, the trunk here, and then the green here for the tops. Now, of course, I didn't want to make that one stamp just with the trunk and the leaves, because then what color would you stamp it in? You'd have to get markers out and color the trunk brown and then color the top green, and that would kind of get messy. So I broke it into two different stamps, and let me show you why I did that. So here I've already stamped my green trees, or my palm trees, okay? And it's upside down for you, so I will flip it so you can see it perfect. So now I have my green tree up above, but I want to add my trunk to it also. But if I add my trunk right there, then the brown will kind of overlap with the green, and I'm not sure I want that in this situation. So I could do it, and it's totally fine, and it would look cute. But I want it to really be brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask my palm leaves. And it's easy peasy to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that off to the side. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a scratch piece of paper, and I'm going to ink my green leaves. And this time it doesn't really have to be perfect, because I just want to make my own little mask here. So I'm just going to and I like to use Post-it notes because it already has the adhesive on it, so it makes it easy. Now you're going to say, why is she doing that? But watch. So now this is going to be my little mask, and I'm going to get some scissors. My Fisketeer scissors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around those little leaves, and this might take me a second, so we might have to fast forward this part. But I'm going to just cut around these leaves to create my mask. Now, a nice thing about these little masks is you can save them and use them over and over. So it has the little sticky on it. So then you can really save it, and you don't have to keep making one every time you decide to use this stamp set. And I usually just keep them with my stamps themselves in my little protective sleeves. It's just nice to have some masks so you don't have to always make this over and over. And I don't need to create a mask for all of the palm tree, the whole palm tree, because I'm not going to be always stamping the trunk over the entire palm tree. It's just this one little section of the palm tree. So I'm just going to kind of cut this out. Quick and easy. And that's probably all I need. So this is my mask, just like that. Oh, let me trim off those little pieces right there. So that's my mask. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trunk that I've already, wrong one. I'm going to take my palm tree, and I'm going to line this up exactly where the previous one was already stamped. Now I used a Post-it, so it's already sticking there for me. Perfect. Now I'm going to ink up my palm tree bottom, the trunk. Get that nice and inky. And I'm going to ink right where I would want it to be. So let's line this up straight and just stamp. Okay, so now what I've done is I've stamped on top of my mask just a little bit. So when I peel away the mask, now it looks like my trunk is behind the leaves. So isn't that perfect? So now it really looks like a palm tree. So whatever you stamp first is going to be in the front if you mask it. So I stamped my leaves first, then I created a mask, then I stamped my trunk, and so now when I peel this off, my leaves are in the front. Isn't that great? So that's the way to do that one. Now you can also just stamp it regular. So here I've just stamped my trunk, and I'm going to ink up my leaves. And there's not, oh gosh, that was dangerous. Oh, it landed face up. Isn't that a beauty? Oh gosh. My poor carpet in this office. It has every different color on earth on it. Okay, so I'm going to line this up, and I'm just simply going to stamp it. And this is a big stamp. Make sure when you stamp, especially big stamps, you press where the stamp is. A lot of times when I'm demoing or showing stamping, I'll have people stamp and they're new to stamping. And so when they stamp, they literally just hold the edges and stamp, and then they don't get the full image. And I always say, well, you're only putting pressure on the edges of the stamp. You're not putting pressure right here where the stamp is. So make sure you press where the stamp is, and then you're going to get a good impression. So I'm going to lift that up. And so now you'll see that I have a different version of my palm tree. So let me put those side by side for you so you can see. So this one There's nothing wrong with this one, but it's not my favorite because the brown's kind of overlapping with the green. But this one looks like a real palm tree because it looks like it's behind the leaves. So I just wanted to give you that quick tip because it's kind of fun to use those masks. Now again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this little mask and use it over and over and over. I'm just going to keep it with my stamp set. So my stamp set's here. And I'm just going to put it on the back. Just like that, save it, and then put it in its protective sleeve. So now I have it safe and ready for the next time. So it's quick and easy and fun. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this quick tip. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
In the black light, looking over, taste the good life, 'cause even though you got it, it's never like you got it.